Are we here? Are we live? Uh, hey everybody. This is Near Light Shine. We are commentating the daily race for Link to the Past Randomizer. I am here today with my fellow commentator Revenant. Say hello, Revenant.
Hi. Also more commonly known as Alex, just for easy convenience.
And then we have our trackers, Jinxie Girl and Lady, or Lady Laura Linda. This should be interesting. I think it's just going to be a standard opening for this. No, wait, nope, it's open weekly. I'm sorry.
Yeah, we got a regular just kind of open weekly for us here, so it should just be a normal 7-7 Ganon fight.
Yep. I've never seen any of these guys any of them race before, so this is going to be fun to watch.
I mean, I've heard quite a bit from Lana, particularly in her commentating, but I've also seen a good number of her races and other stuff. P-Train, I know, has been able to specialize in some of his hovers in the past, so I'm super looking forward to this.
Ooh, we got a hoverer in this? I love watching hovers.
I think I've seen a little bit of late bit, but I don't know how much I've seen of Signums here.
Yeah, I myself, I use a keyboard, so I can't pull off hovers.
I had got a controller, but it doesn't work very well with my PC, so...
And we're off.
Alright.
And Bombos is in Link's house. In just the map and Sanctuary.
So we got 3 players starting off in Link's... we have a 5-6 in Hera, the Blue Pendant in Desert, and a regular crystal over in Eastern.
I'm glad you caught that. I'd missed it both.
My eyes focused right in on that.
All I caught was the crystal in Hera, and I couldn't even tell which one it was.
Automatically, we have a very far divergence.
Yep, 3 of our players are going right into Uncle Check. One's going into the dam, and another is checking Lumberjack Ledge. There's the Ice Rod on Uncle.
Alright, so we don't have an Ice Rod hunt for Turtle Rock. That's nice.
No, but we could have a Fire Rod hunt. And just a piece of art in the second chest there. And it's 10 arrows on Lumberjack, so likely Aghanim will not be required for that item.
At least for the item, but potentially for East Dark World access, so we'll see.
Yep. Now, as long as they get the Titan's Mitts and Hook Shot, they can get to East Hyrule.
Also, or if they have flippers. Flippers also work.
True. Or just the Power Glove and Hammer. But of course, we do need the Moon Pearls still, though.
Which could always be on Pyramid. We never know.
Yep, and there's the Cape, so that's always a nice find.
Well, if anything, that's one piece of access towards Aghanim. We would just need the lamp and a sword.
Yep, and just a heart container on the drop-down ledge in the forest. And just more rubies from the tree hole, which rubies is always a nice find.
Especially before we get to Kakariko, we need the 100 for that bottle vendor there.
Yeah, never gonna say no to more money from Bobble. Did I miss Blind Hut?
I don't think so. I'm pretty sure P-Train straight just went for well.
Okay. Like, I can't fault him the logic in doing that. Like, for all we know, the boots could have been in well.
We did get the powder in the back of well there.
Oh yeah, very nicely done. Let's see what's in Blind's Hut. Yeah, it is the Cane of Samaria, the Fighter Sword, Piece of Heart, another heart container, Shovel and cape. What? I did not catch where the shovel and cape were.
The cape was the mushroom spot in Lost Woods.
I should say I didn't catch where the shovel was. I mean, did you catch where the shovel was?
I was gonna say it must have been at the dam, because yeah, Late Bit was the only one who went towards the dam. Okay. I think.
Yep, he was.
Yeah, and say Jinxie said it in the chat.
Thanks, Jinx.
Actually, speaking of which, P-Train's sprite is one of my favorite ones because it just doesn't have the body animations for Link, it just has the head bobbing, and it's one of my favorites.
Oh, is it Bobblehead Link? And in the chicken hut is just 3 bombs, which that is a nice restock on the bombs.
I mean, I really like getting, especially if you only get like a 3-bomb drop in the beginning of the game, and then you get into Kakariko, and then you get another 3-bomb drop at least. It kind of guarantees your South Shore bomb usage.
Yeah. And so far, just besides the magic powder, the fighter sword, and the cane of Samaria, there hasn't been much to find here.
Unfortunate, but I do think cane of Samaria is definitely worth noting.
Oh yeah, 10 arrows were on the library ledge.
Lana Bean with that chicken clip in Chicken Hut.
Just 5 rubies, and he's gonna go pick that up, which I guess makes sense if, for all you know, those 5 rubies could be the difference with getting access to Zora, getting Zora, and P-Train picking up his Bombos, because he was the only one to not pick it up at the beginning.
Interesting to see he's not going towards Uncle immediately. Not interesting necessarily, because he could route it in with going in towards Escape. Especially with having the fighter sword, that is a really nice way to play through Escape.
He's going to Mini Moldorm Cave also.
Yeah, so I'm a little interested.
Maybe
I did do the little bomb transition that we know and love.
Also, looked like there was the flute. It was vanilla flute on in the shovel spot.
Okay, so that's going to give Late Bit a pretty good advantage early with routing.
First bottle, blue nail, piece apart, 20 rubies, and just 3 bombs.
Only if Lana going towards Eastern.
Yep, we also got Sick Kid access.
And it's going to abandon the Ice Rod Cave and go back towards Dam.
Yep, and Late Bit activated his flute. I completely agree with doing this. Take a few seconds to go out of your way to activate the flute and get around a lot faster.
Personally, I actually do like the way that P-Train did this though with isolating Ice Rod Cave, because he just grabbed the flute. We know that the flute is in its vanilla location with the shovel, so actually it's not that bad for him because he can just kind of flute over to 8.
Yep. That was a really good move on Late Bit's part.
And he's gonna head over towards Desert and Nagina, I assume.
Where did Lana pick up the flippers?
That's a good question. Oh, right, she went towards Eastern.
Yeah, Saha's closet. Thank you.
That is right. I did say she went towards Eastern, and then I just stopped watching.
No, I turned my eyes away for a second, and she was already saving and quitting.
You know, it's one of those things I've seen in the past as well from Lana Bean, is being a person who has kind of favored going towards Eastern in an early play.
And an ice rod cave is just 20 rubies.
Which actually, following Lady Laura Linda letting us know that she did go towards Eastern and do that stuff as well and checking thing. Green Pendant is on Ice Palace.
Yep, and also there was 300 rubies in Agina's cave.
That's some pretty great Zora money. We can get there. Which we do know that flippers are accessible.
Oh yeah. P-Train is going to go get his flute.
Getting those fetch quests out of the way initially is always a really nice thing.
Yep.
Late grabbing his ice rod from Uncle.
Yeah, I always like to find the items in their vanilla location.
Which so far we know 2 pendant locations. So Turtle Rock could still be the 3rd one, but we don't know yet.
What could be the 3rd one? I'm sorry.
Turtle Rock.
Okay.
With the ice rod. You know, early ice rod, that always usually means Turtle Rock. We'll see.
Yep, every time I find the ice rod early, Turtle Rock is a pendant and it's required to do still. 20 rubies on Sick Kid.
Lana just getting a piece of heart, bombing the hobo. We do have late bit going into the front of Escape. So we'll see what we get out of there.
Yep, 5 rubies on the first check.
Signum's going towards Eastern, so gonna get his flippers.
I honestly, at this point, if I was Peach, that's the fire rod. Nobody had money for a bottle vendor.
Wow.
P-Train,
so that's both rods.
Yeah, but P-Train is the only one without the ice rod now, too. But he's also the only one with the fire rod.
I could imagine, depending on how things go, depending on if P-Train wanted to fake Flipper, if we get a saving quit, if he goes back to Link's house, if he goes towards Escape. Because if he does, then he's most likely going to go towards Uncle and then grab his ice rod.
Yeah.
Which is what we're looking like.
They're also running out of places to look too.
Right. I mean, we'd be looking at an Eastern dive, which we're seeing on Signum's side, actually.
That is almost vanilla blue boomerang.
At least having one boomerang is usually nice, in my opinion. I don't usually care which one it is. I just like at least. That is a hammer and waterfall cave.
Yep, and it was an in-logic one because they do got the flippers, and B is on the ferry.
Okay, so we're also gonna get Zora Ledge information from Lana.
Yep. And if it's 300 rubies, go get it and go run back up to Zora. Just a piece of that's vanilla.
Yep.
Zora Ledge often enough has vanilla items on it.
That is a vanilla Eastern compass. That's hilarious, actually.
Lana's off to go get her flute.
I believe this is the Dark Cross check from late bit, out of logic without that lamp, of course.
Yep.
Not too bad. That's actually one of the easier dark rooms to traverse. Personally, I hate doing dark rooms, but that is one of the few that I can do.
I made it like the only dark rooms I'm. Oh no!
Oh, that was Uncle. Oh, I didn't see you fluted up. Okay.
Uncle, you've aged. For all we know, he is Link's uncle, like twice removed or something, though.
I'm so used to just hearing other people have called him uncle instead of, old man or whatever. So yeah. I just call him that. He's the other uncle.
Yeah, that is the bobblehead sprite.
So we're gonna get our Spectacle Rock check and inside Spectacle Rock. On it's just 10 arrows.
We're probably also gonna get to see that what the Dark World dungeon is. Boots were in Eastern.
And that was, I believe, a piece of heart inside a spectacle rock. But yeah, Boots in Eastern. That's gonna cause a. Oh, it was a bottle. I just saw like the outline of the model. I didn't actually see the rest of it.
Yeah. P-Train set up a bomb death there.
The worst last check situation. Depending on people and whether or not they get the ability to check Zora is a pretty poor situation in general.
The thing is that if nothing here, like if there's nothing in the back of Escape, Aga's the only play left.
We have a cape and a fighter sword on all players. No Moon Pearl yet. So actually, far we're looking towards Aga, right?
We need to find the lamp for it still to be in logic, actually.
True.
So...
But a lot of things could drastically change if we could find something like the mirror or the hook shot.
Yep.
Because then we would get Eastern Death Mountain.
Red Mail was in Dark Cross.
So both mail upgrades super early. I don't know if that's good tidings or bad tidings.
I forgot they have the boots, so there was Bonk Rock. I missed what that was, though.
I don't...
Also, with the hammer, they can do Magic Bat.
Oh, that is true. Fine. I did try to keep a mental note of that. I don't think we've seen Bonk Rocks yet.
No, somebody...
Signum's the only one with the boots. Oh, it was bombs. Okay.
Yeah. But Signum's... Like, I saw Signum's leave the Bonk Rock cave. Just... but they do have... I'm blanking here. They do have Magic Bat if they have the hammer. If those who have the hammer, they could do Magic Bat right now.
So the other one that just occurred to me as well, with P-Train going into Saha's closet and talking to Saha and getting the information that Ice Palace is the green pendant, we do have Fire Rod and Bombos and Flippers. We're just a couple parts away from getting, into Ice Palace, which is a pendant.
Yep. And we need the Titan's mitts essentially to get in there at this point.
Right, because as soon as we get a glove, well, and Moon Pearl, of course, as soon as we get both gloves and a Moon Pearl, Ice Palace is completely in logic. Yep.
I'm thinking, though, if there's nothing on Magic Bat, though, here we go, late bits checking Magic Bat.
At this point, after that, if it's not there, then we might be looking much more towards Aga.
It is an Aga seed if there's nothing here. Hookshot has to be here, essentially.
Hookshot or glove?
There's the mirror. That gives them access to Hera.
As well as East Death Mountain with that mallet.
Yep. So, Aga seed,
immediately.
Yep, Aga seed is still possible, but it's becoming less and less likely.
If we don't find a glove, I believe, then it would have to be an Aga seed.
It'd have to be the glove and the pearl.
Oh, and, well, yeah. Of course.
Lana just took a death. I don't know if that was intentional. Yep, that was. She was doing the prison.
Oh, I think she was in the front of Escape. She's going to go into Dark Cross now. We are also still on our look for that lamp, which, of course, the lamp is not required for... Well, all the runners that we're watching are far too skilled that they do not need a lamp. But it does put things into logic, and we like that logic.
Yep, and since Hera is a... Okay, late bit.
Yeah?
Just skip Hera right now.
I mean, unless Hera has 2 items in there that are required to complete the seed, you don't even need to do that until we're going into Ganon's Tower.
Signims has money for Zora. And I missed what was on Floating Island.
Whatever it was, I think it was 20 rupees or something. It was not important, if I'm not mistaken.
Okay, yeah, Jinx
Yep.
just said 20 rupees. But yeah, Signims has money for Zora, so we are going to see what's on Zora in just a minute here.
Lepet just went through Spiral Cave.
Yep, there's
For
the lamp.
Lamp. There
So,
it is.
Lamp was flute locked.
Okay. This also now, I guess, logically
And
unlocks
the
Old
Moon
Man.
Pearl. There's the Moon Pearl.
Moon Pearl on Zora.
Yep.
Wow, this is a doozy.
Aghanim is almost dead. If they find the glove, Aga's is dead.
Yes. However, if they don't, then it gets much more interesting.
But they have 7 more checks they can do with just what they got right now.
I don't know. I'm kind of feeling the Aga seed.
I do too, but like there's just so many checks that left still too. We got 20 rubies, 3 bombs. They're gonna hit Hera before they do Aga, because you might as well do a crystal dungeon while you're here, and just a piece of heart.
Wow.
So,
I mean, so either either Tower of Hera has our progression, or we need to go towards it.
yeah, Bottle Vendor was the fire rod. No, that's probably somewhere in the back of their mind. A lot of our racers use trackers themselves, so that's probably still there. They're just trying to find time to do it.
Also, to keep in mind, if you come up here to Death Mountain with the Moon Pearl, with the mallet and the cape, as well as a bottle, Spike Cave is technically in logic.
Yep.
So that is another point outside of Hera.
Well,
But
actually, you need a power glove to get past the big block.
Well, that is true, yeah.
And Signim is picking up his mirror now. And P-Train is picking up his hammer and piece of heart. And Late Bit is heading up into the higher floors of Hera now. Because without the hook shot, it's harder to do a parapod. I don't know if it's even possible.
Not without boots, which he does not have.
True, he's one of the...
Oh no, without hook shot, sorry.
He's the only one in the group now that does not have the boots. But P-Train's going to be picking up his Moon Pearl here in a second.
There's the small key. That
means that there's a chance that...
we'll see.
There's one item.
So 50-50 Moldorm basement.
Yep, and if Trolldorm does not have the item, they are going to have to go into the basement. Because...
The cape through the bumper? I appreciate that.
I love seeing that. We are going to get a hammer kill on Trolldorm, too. P-Train's off to go get his mirror.
I remember a long time ago I thought it was impossible to kill Moldorm using the hammer, and then I learned that it's actually much nicer.
Aga's the play. That was 300 rubies. Or no, 100 rubies on Trolldorm.
The one thing I would like to see is Lepet go towards Zora first to get his Moon Pearl. But, maybe check Zora, see if that's the logical progression. See that it's the Moon Pearl, and realize it's not, and the go towards Aghanim.
We are getting... Okay, the other 5 crystal is Pod, and the other pendant is in Mire.
All right, so I was going to immediately call out that flippers are required. All players already have them in our stream here, so that's fine.
Yep, and Turtle Rock and Ice Palace and Misery Mire are two of our pendants. Why can't that ever be the case when I'm doing these?
You know, I wish.
What? Oh, Late Bit is off to get his Moon Pearl. Like, I don't blame him. He doesn't know that this is required. Like, Moon Pearl's there. So, but we already know that Aga's the play because there was nothing in Hera.
Well, I do actually like this. First off, going towards Zora, because then he's going to get the Moon Pearl, go into the Dark World, and immediately be able to go forth and progress. So this is actually, I think, in my mind, the right play.
I think Lana's going to Aga without even going up Death
Mountain. Which should be okay. I mean,
if she can do dark rooms, then more power to her.
Oh, I absolutely believe Lana can do any of the dark rooms in the game.
Yep, she's doing dark room at Aga's tower.
The only call I will say is that she is, at least to the tracker, missing the mirror. She doesn't have enough magic to make it through the barrier.
Oh. Yeah, she tried going right through it and she couldn't.
Oh, she's gonna sell the bee to the bottle vendor.
Ooh, nice move.
For 150 rupees, she needs...
What is she doing?
Good question.
Lana, you don't got Power Glove. Lana.
Okay. Yep, Jinxie called it out. Yep, I forgot about the tree bonk.
I didn't know that tree dropped the magic. That's my bad.
Yeah, so that tree there above the Village of Outcasts Dark World portal, if you bonk it, does give a full magic refill. That is some superior game knowledge, and that's why she's playing and I'm not.
Yep. More power to you again, Lana. Mad respect to everybody who can remember that, like, something small like that. Like, well, it's not small, but like something obscure like that. Okay, E-Train just finished his Troll Dorm fight, and Signims did it while I was apparently blinking. I personally, when I have to do this place, oh, T-Train also picked up his fire rod when we weren't looking.
Okay. Sorry, I had to swap my audio output.
Okay. Also, P-Train just picked up his lamp. But yeah, P-Train, Signums, and Late Bit are the only ones with Fire Rod right now.
Late Bit about to enter his Aghanim fight.
Yep.
I wonder what we're going to find on Pyramid Ledge anyway. Whether or not we want it.
I'm going to say gloves or bow. Ooh, be careful there. Yeah, I'm going to say gloves or bow. We also never asked how many blue balls we were going to see. My guess
That was what just came up in my mind.
I was going to guess 4. And I think that was 1.
I believe that was the second one that I saw. Looks like P-Train's going to go towards Castle Tower now as well.
Oh, Lana took a death.
And Lana's going to flute away.
Do Death Mountain now. Or not. What is she doing?
Oh, Magic Bat.
Oh, I forgot she didn't even check that.
Oh, I wasn't even paying attention. Late Bit has entered the Dark World and killed Aghanim.
Oh wait, too early.
Just a red rupee.
But we do have Pod and Hype Cave opened up right now. We could also do part of Swamp as well.
We could. Yep. We could do as much as Hookless Swamp.
Yep. I've found the hook shot on right side swamp or left side swamp before. In the vanilla in the big key chest.
Just getting the vanilla hook in Hookless Swamp is usually the worst feeling.
I found the big key in its vanilla location before, with hammer being in the big chest, or not hammer, the bow. Speaking of bow, there's the bow.
Alright, so Hype Cave is not dead on Hype.
No, it had virtually nothing, but Pod is completable.
And Lapid has actually just exactly enough rupees as well to complete it.
Also, Eastern is now completable too.
Also correct. We're going to get a Stumpy check and then potentially a K45 into race game on Lapid's side.
Yep. Just a piece of heart on Stumpy.
P-Train and Signums actually almost at exact... Oh, no, sorry. I got that confused between the beginning and ending of Castle Tower. Nice bombos used to kill the 2 ball and chain guards.
Just 50 rubies. That gives you some more money. Which I would definitely go do race game now. Because you always are guaranteed money on the race game.
Though I will say, in terms of Castle Tower on Signum's side, using bombos to kill both ball and chain guards and or using Fire Rod, one shot on each to kill them is questionable in terms of time, but I mean, sometimes you gotta go for style points.
Yep.
And also, Lana may be saving her money for Pod, but I think it might be more likely that she might have forgotten about the bottle vendor, but she might be going back for it in the future.
Oh, there's a blue bottle. And yeah, late bit, that's a smart move. Save and quit there, warp back to the pyramid. Blue potion is always nice to find. It's even better when you get free unlimited ones from the fairy, wishing fairy stuff.
All right, so all of our runners now have gotten their first crystal out of Tower of Hera.
Yep.
Late Bit is in fact making the pod play that you so deeply wished for. Which I cannot disagree with. It's a fully clearable dungeon. Why not go towards it?
Oh yeah. And P-Train is getting his get his bow, which is going to make both Eastern and Pod completable. And
Question is, do they complete Eastern first, or do they do Dark Palace first? So they do Dark Palace then Eastern? Are you going to
I do Eastern.
The only reason I would say to do Dark Palace first, in particular as well, is that it's just a higher item density check. But so far we've seen Late Bit go into Dark Palace first. Lana's in her Paradox Cave. Signum's entering his Aghanim fight. P-Train going towards Stumpy. Lana getting into a small scuffle with that last Moldorm. Or mini Moldorm, sorry. Yeah, so I think now Lana has realized that in order for her to go into her Dark World and her Eastern Access at least, she has to go Aghanim, so she's on her way. Still worth noting that Late Bit, despite being the first person into the Dark World, doing into Palace Darkness, that is the Power Glove over just past Mimics. Is still our only runner without boots. So
You said somebody got Power Gloves?
Yeah, Late Bit actually just grabbed the Power Glove actually out of the first chest on Mimic side, Palace of Darkness.
Very nicely done.
Which that is at this point that I think that is the only thing left that could have happened in terms of like full progression. Is we needed the Power Glove in some way.
Yeah. Well, you need the Titan Smiths to get it to beat the game, so.
Well, in terms of just getting even more checks at this point, we just needed that or the hook shot at least. And we got the Power Glove, so we could still get the hook shot. We'll see. Get us access to Western Dark World. Well, the best access.
Catfish could also have that stuff too. And
Which personally I would have done first because we've already done Zora and all that checks and stuff. I would have done Catfish first.
Yeah, I don't really blame them for not though.
Well, I say access, but I meant best access, like easy access, because I'm all about convenience here. And there's the hook shot as well. Out of Palace Darkness Dark Maze.
Yep, that means Swamp is completable. And there's Master Sword.
Palace of Darkness is the place to be.
Yep, it was a good thing that nobody went to Swamp. Swamp was not the play, not yet anyway. But Pod was completable, so it made sense to go do Pod. It was completable as long as you went and did Hype Cave first.
So this is the other thing as well, between the Canis Mario being easy to access, and that extra key. There's just Late Bit going towards the Helmasaur fight. This is nice to see. Get that easy crystal and move out of there.
Yep. Now my question to you would be, what would you do? Fight or Master Sword swings or swipes, or do arrows to Helmasaur when his mask is off?
So this is going to be a really funny anecdote. I learned to play this game from my mother. Okay. And this game is older than I am. I'll immediately state that. And I learned how to play the game in a very specific way, obviously in the North American release. So, not the Japanese 1.0 release or other stuff like that. I only learned ever how to play certain bosses in a very certain way. I only ever learned how to fight Helmasaur using bombs on the mask and using arrows on the crystal.
I didn't know you could do that until I started doing Randomizer.
I never knew that you could use the hammer until I started playing Randomizer. Which, the Zelda dungeons tend to follow the logic of you use the dungeon big key item essentially to kill the boss. Typically, that's just the theme. I never thought...
Let's ignore the fact that 3 of the dungeons of this game give you items that don't do crap to the boss inside.
Right. Well, that's the thing is, I was just like, well, 5 out of whatever, only 3 of them don't do as the rest of them are good. And if you play some of the future Zelda games, that is how it works. But I still try to follow actually the bomb strat.
It can be easier in Randomizer depending on your gear setup and stuff. If you're doing fighter sword Helma, you're doing bomb strats. Or you're doing arrow strats on that thing if you have them.
I mean, especially when it comes to Randomizer, if you have silvers, you're never doing anything but silvers on Helmasaur King. That would never matter.
Also, I don't know why I said if you have them. If you're at Helmasaur, you do have the arrows.
Well, yeah.
And it looks like we're going to get a complete Eastern here. And it looks like Signims went and did Eastern first.
I was gonna say I'm a little bit confused whether or not he skipped out on certain parts or something. Yeah, my brain just it blanked out for a second and I was confused.
Yeah, that's true. With Boss Shuffle, you don't always have hammer or arrows to fight Helma.
You see, fortunately there, I learned to fight Helma without the hammer first. And I always had hammer, obviously, going into vanilla Helma, but I never, ever used it.
Yeah, that using arrows and bomb strats on the Helma, that's just swag strats. That's all it is.
I don't even think it's necessarily faster. Even if you have perfect bomb timings with throwing them, I still don't think it's necessarily faster, but it just feels good.
Oh, is that what swag strats mean? I thought that it meant you're showing off.
Well, because part of me has to think about it. I'm like, well, is doing hammer faster or is doing bombs faster? And I mean, I'm not necessarily a person who's going to sit down and try to do the time on the two of them, but
I do think the hammer's faster just because it's more reliable.
Well, that's the question, is whether or not if you can be somebody who's really, really good at doing the bomb strat, or if you can just slam faster with the hammer, including the knockback, and just getting back up to continuously do it. And that's one of those little number crunching things, I think, but it's still interesting to know.
Yeah, I do think it is faster to do with the hammer, just because. Because bombs, by the time the bombs explode, there's no guarantee how much going to be where he was when you threw them.
I mean, that's part of it, is you can place bombs super quickly and be able to pick up one and throw it and have a next one kind of place thing. So But doing that is very risky between taking damage on yourself and maybe you're potentially low on HP or something. So Lepe getting a very nice quick kill on Armos there. Very well done.
Yep. So 3 bosses are down on Late Bit's side. P-Train's about to have a 3rd one down.
So far, this is looking like a very, very standard seed, in my opinion.
Yeah, where's the trolliness?
Oh, we'll see.
The trolliness will be in GT.
So far, the only thing we're missing for Turtle Rock is just them Titans mitts.
Yeah, and Titan's Myths is going to be somewhere like Pendant, Vitreous, or something. Or no, not Vitreous. Pendant, Desert Landmolus.
Well, I think Pendant Desert Landmolus is not that bad. Like, we could get there right now. Pendant, you can't. Misery Mire would be terrible.
You can't get in there. You can't get into Mire without the Titan's Mitts.
Okay, so Titan's Mitts or Book, but like if we're doing Mire, we could be on a medallion hunt.
Very true.
And let's say we need the Titan's Mitts, in order to get any other place. Like it's Titan's Mitts, Book, or medallion, just all those kinds of things. Like maybe we do get those, and it could be just a fest of something we do not want.
Yep, Late Bit is in Swamp right now. There's 20 rubies in the first chest.
Oh, we B-Train in Swamp too.
Yep. No, Hookshot was in somewhere in Pod.
It's in the Dark Maze, yeah.
There's actually, I don't think anything could be on the pedestal. I'm pretty sure pedestal's dead right now.
Unless it's the pendant for Turtle Rock.
Oh, you mean the medallion? Yeah.
Yeah. Sorry, I'm staring at Misery Mire.
Yeah, that's a good point. Like medallion for TR is literally the only thing that it could be now.
Yeah, we quite literally have everything else. We did have to do Aga though, so that's always nice.
Yep, we don't need an Aga and pedestal seed. I'm good with having one or the other. I'm not that sadistic to make the wish on people to do Aga and pedestal.
I mean, we already got a really good seed, so we got really good progression early on, then we got a slow, and then we got a speed up. It's really nice.
Yeah. Not to mention, last time I wished that on somebody, my next practice seed was an Aga pedestal seed. So I no longer wish that on people out of fear of it happening again.
I was gonna say whatever lumberjack was. I think I thought it was a piece of heart, but I think it was a bottle. Is what Jinxie had said. Okay. Yeah, whatever it was. Yeah. Mass Critic is correct. It is trash.
And that was a very nicely done diver down by P-Train.
Late going straight for Argus. Signum's also entering his Helmasaur fight. Rana going towards Armus Knights.
I don't really blame Late Bit for doing Argus first.
I was not looking at the items and counting them. So, because, we're only potentially... Well, we don't know.
I don't think there was anything of importance in there anyway. And,
Well, because we need what? Just Titan's Mitts in order for no mode?
Yep, we just need Titan's Mitts, and that's it.
Yeah, Sorcerer Finch saying that Big Chest will have an item. Okay. I guess that's comparing cross knowledge, obviously, between Late Bit and P-Train. One going left side, and I believe one going towards Argus.
Late Bit, no. There could be something there. Go back.
Yeah, I was gonna say, as long as we know. Yeah, okay. Oh, Late Bit's gonna do Pyramid Fairy. Okay.
Yeah, 5-6 crystals.
Yeah, so as long as we know the TR Medallion, yeah, we should be in no mode. Because we already have so many of the crucial items between TR Medallion and Titan's Mitts. Which, I mean, well, TR Medallion would be no mode because we know we need Titan's Mitts anyway.
I'm surprised that Late Bit...
We just don't know where they are.
That Late Bit didn't do the mirror trick, end up in front of, and go up to the Hyrule Castle to warp back into the dark.
To do the bomb dupe.
No, yeah. Not do bomb dupe, but go into the light, go warp to the light to Link's house, and go, there's 50 rubies and 5 rubies on Pyramid Fairy, and go, I
was gonna say, is that not what bomb dupe is? When you go up to Link's, so when you go up to north of the house and then you mirror with the bomb, then enter the portal, and it preserves the bomb?
No, that's not bomb dupes. Bomb dupe is something else. You make the bomb dupe explode. Yeah, I just saw that Lana did it. And it is green potion on the Fat Fairy. So are we gonna? Yep, we're gonna go see Catfish, I think now.
We have Late Bit going to Skullwoods.
This could be a good play, especially as Skullwoods is a crystal.
Which surprising that we've seen Skullwoods so late. That's usually one of the first Dark World things that we get, at least the front of Skullwoods. With Fire Rod, obviously, you can sprint straight to Mothula. Yep. Not even gonna do this chest check.
I don't blame him. I like the idea. I myself like it. Oh no!
Getting grabbed by the Wall Master.
I like the. I myself. And Catfish, just a piece of heart. I like the idea. I myself, I did go with the idea that there's nothing in the front, everything is in the back. Yep, P-Train is doing the castle mirror trick here. Also going to be disappointed, but ooh, there is a magic refill off of one of the Gyptos.
The only potential reason I might give for the Sun Skullwood skip is less item density based on the items that we got at the time. But it was also a difference in having I believe Power Glove and going towards Aghanim first. Which put us towards Palace of Darkness and Swamp Palace.
Yeah, I agree with that. It made more sense just to finish everything on right side when you had to.
Right, like they didn't get the first Power Glove until out of Palace of Darkness. So, yeah, they got the first Power Glove out of Palace of Darkness, I believe. So,
I think that was the big key on Moth.
Which, in terms of going back first, that is definitely appropriate. Like, that's fine. Oh, bombs on Moth.
Okay.
According to Jinxie.
Okay, that's my bad.
That's also fine. I mean, it doesn't really matter either way because you're gonna do this back. Even if you got one item, which you got none, you're gonna go back to front anyway.
Oh yeah. It's preferable that both items drop it in the back there. That way you're not wasting time. But it's very rare.
So at least looking at our trackers, or at least they're tracking, Lana just picked up Ether out of C shape, and so far she's the first one.
Yep.
Whether or not we need Ether is beyond me. We'll see that. But
Speed Gaming 4 is rating with a party of 56. Welcome to the Link to the Past daily race, everyone.
we are currently doing an open weekly where we have, very clearly no leader until the end of the race. A lot of our players are retracing other steps of one another, but it is very much up in the air.
Ooh, just a map on the big chest. That's just gross.
And in today's featured stream, we have P-Train, Late Bit, Lana Bean, and Signums. If any one of you want to look them up and find them and follow them for all of their ALTTPR adventures, that would be wonderful. These are all very good runners. They're also very highly skilled runners, as well as our trackers, if my brain can do me any justice.
Our trackers are Jinxie and Lady Laura Linda.
There we go.
Or Jinxie Girl, I'm sorry.
I was going to say them in the opposite order, which I think is why it confused me.
But of course, we've got Nira Lightshine and Alex are driving it on tracking. I know, but since you're when we're introducing, it's I believe it's better to give the full names. Did anyone catch what was on Bumper Ledge? Must have been nothing because the racers, because Late Bit didn't even go and grab it.
Oh, so this is going to be a North Dark World check, so that's nice. Yeah, I mean, considering having Cape already and not going towards it, it must not be much. Just bombs and the bonk rocks, which I believe we already knew.
Yep. And Late Bit is going to go ahead and check Graveyard Ledge and King's Tomb while he's out here. Have we actually seen Back of Escape?
I
know we've seen Dark Cross, but I don't know if we've seen Back of Escape.
I feel like we have. We must have. Come on.
I'm racking my brains, and yeah, that's what I thought. No, according to Masked and Jinxie, we have not seen Back of Escape yet. Wouldn't that be ironic if Aghanim wasn't required in Power? Or actually, no, Aga was required because you need the Power Glove to get back there. Actually, no. Lamp was not. Lamp wasn't Power Glove locked. So they could have got Titan's mitts could be on Back of Escape.
Also, Lana finishing up the blind fight, and P-Train starting the blind fight onto phase 3 now.
Titan's mitts could be on Back of Escape because Lamp was not locked by Power Glove. It was locked by the flute.
Lana with these chicken clips. I'm living for it.
Very nicely done. Mushroom is on the brewery house.
And I know P-Train picked up the mushroom, but have we seen the mushroom turn in?
Lana, stop running by the bottle vendor!
Oh, is this Lana's portal for the bottle vendor?
No.
No. Oh, this is Lana's mushroom turn-in.
Excuse me, I'm gonna go beat my head against something. Here, back.
I mean, Triceratops is completely correct. Like, Lana, please! Someone avoid the bottle vendor. How, or the... Yeah, the bottle vendor. Sorry, I thought it was the kid for a second. But just 20 mushrooms. Yeah, 20 rupees on the mushroom.
Please go to bottle vendor.
Oh, she's going back.
No.
And into her portal.
Oh.
And she's gonna go towards, I believe, these North Dark World checks. Yes. Look, I can't blame her. I tend to last location things that are so important to my run. I can't say anything.
I can. Lana, please, for the love of, go check bottle vendor.
She might be orphaning it, maybe, until she does Smith Chain.
Oh, you need the Titansmiths to go there.
Well, right. She might be orphaning it until she gets Titansmiths to do Smith Chain. So, that's the only thing I might be able to rationalize, like, her routing in with it.
Ooh.
Otherwise, it's just gonna look like a last location situation.
What's sad is she keeps walking right by it.
I mean, which we as commentators obviously know more information than she does. But we would have hoped that she would have realized when she got the bottle that, like, oh, sick kid's in play. Which, looking at her current movement, is looking very promising. I think she might have realized. Maybe not. I was gonna say, is she not in South Dark World? I do not remember.
Yeah, they are. You know, this is when the seed is trolling. Now they're having to find the Titansmiths, which are most likely an escape. Because it's like they said, it's like they've said, escape has not been done yet. Just Dark Cross.
Alright. Leading over to Kakariko, where is Lana going?
She's not going to bottle vendor, let's put it that way.
Even though she does have the money.
I'm starting to think she marked it by accident that she did it.
I mean, that's also something I've done. So,
I've left,
you know.
I marked Hyrule Castle off as done before, and it turned out my flippers were there.
I actually think I did something earlier today where I was doing an all dungeons key sanity, and my moon pearl, I think, or something, was in Castle Tower, and it was not pretty.
What is Lana doing?
Getting rid of her shield because Lana is an anti-shield person, and we love her for that. Shields cause lag, and she does not want that in her life.
I don't blame her about that.
It took me a second.
Lana, please go back. Leave the Skull Woods. Please, for the love of God, please go back. I'm begging you. I'm not asking for much. Please
Right,
go
like
back,
she can't do this. She can't do Ice Palace. She can't do Turtle Rock. You know, she can't do a lot of these dungeons.
Please go back and do Bottle Bender. I'm begging you.
Ooh, slightly off there on the bomb jump. Again.
And she's gonna do hover. And almost did it.
At this point, yes. A lot of our runners are going in each other's footsteps. Some of them have completed something. Well, Lana still has to do Swamp Palace and Skullwoods compared to the other three. Signum still needs to do Thieves Town, which they are currently in.
I think Late Bit's heading to escape.
Signum's just got the magic Pitzel dashing through the Hellway there in Thieves Town. That was fantastic.
Yep, Late Bit's doing escape. This is the only thing left. There's got to be Titan's Mitts or the book here. Nope. Okay.
Have we seen Spike Cave?
Nope.
Because I know I mentioned that earlier, and I don't know if we've done it since, but we do have Red Cape, and we do have at least one bottle and 3 hearts, so Spike Cave is within logic.
Yeah, we have not done Spike Cave.
Because I believe the logic for it is technically supposed to be 1 invincibility item, a bottle, and 3 hearts.
Looks like P-Train is going to Spike Cave.
And Late Bit is going back to Swamp.
Oh, because no one checked the big chest.
So this might be a decider for us.
Yeah, nobody checked the big chest at Swamp.
And Lana's going back into Eastern.
P-Train did check the big chest. Never mind. It was nothing.
Yeah, I was gonna say I think Late Bit's going in there, but I was gonna say I'm pretty sure it was checked. I could not remember for the life of me.
There's the Titan Smiths. We're in not go mode yet because we don't know what Turtle Rock is required.
Did we see what Mystery Mire was? Because I don't see it on. Well, no, we just got Titan Smith, so obviously we don't. So yeah, we just need some more medallions and whether or not we might need Quake. Oh, Misery Mire's a pendant. We don't need to go there anyway. Unless we need it for a Turtle Rock medallion, I guess.
Yep. And
assuming we can get it in.
And you would, of course, check Bookshop Cave first before you checked Misery Mire.
I'm glad I caught on to the piece. I might be going towards something like Spike Cave. That was something that we got relatively early access to, I guess. Well, not early, but mid-access to.
Yeah, we got that about 30 minutes into the seed.
Because I know it took me a long time to learn the true logic of Spike Cave. And 3 hearts, from what I can tell, just an invincible item and a single potion. And are all that you need.
One of these...
Oh, and hammer.
And it's Ether. We are in go mode at 1 hour and 7 minutes and 50 seconds.
All right, so also Triceratops, that is the greatest question for you and I both. I was also questioning why Lana was in Eastern Palace because, from what I could tell, she had nothing else to do there.
She missed an item in the back. Lana, please go to Bottle Vendor. Please.
I think she truly did. She just marked it off. We can probably find out in an interview afterwards. But I think she might have marked it off. Which I can't blame her, because usually you have that amount of rupees by that time.
Yeah.
And honestly, I'm a type of person and player who doesn't tend to go to Kakariko unless I have that amount. Or I'm within like 50 rupees of.
She's got her flute, but she just pulled out the map.
Right. If she's looking at the map, she's honestly trying to think about where she needs to go. And I don't blame her. I do this all the time. I might play randomizer and I might think I'm okay, but I'm not good.
What is she doing? No!
Yeah. I think at this point she just marked off Bottle Vendor on her map.
Yeah.
On her tracker.
I'm in agreement. She's gonna go check Swamp.
She's way too intelligent to have neglected something. She must have marked it off.
Oh, she hasn't done Swamp, so...
Well, yes. Like, this is good. Okay, like, she needs to do this.
Yeah.
But I think in terms of getting the fire rod out of Bottle Vendor, she's... Yeah. I think she just marked it off and it's an accident. She'll figure it out. I'm sure.
Yeah, I'm in agreement that she probably accidentally marked it off. Everybody's made that mistake at least once.
Also, we have Late Bit going into Spike Cave, getting their Titan's Mitts.
Oh, he's gonna go right back out. I guess Turtle Rock is his go mode, so... He's just gonna take the risk that... Of course, we know he has the medallion for it. He doesn't, though.
As I said 2 days ago, Turtle Rock's medallion is always under the doormat. And I was correct. And we did not even need to go into it because it was a Blitz mode seed and it was 4-4. And Turtle Rock was not a required dungeon because we had other ones that were better. But it was Quake medallion required and it was under the doormat.
Where's under the doormat? Why?
It was on Floating Island.
Oh, okay.
Yep. Which you needed a mirror to get to. But we did not have mirror for the seed. We had a mirrorless seed actually.
Oof.
Yeah, our dungeons were Swamp Palace, Misery Mire, Eastern Palace, and I think Ice. Because it was a Blitz 4-4 fast cannon.
And that was a nice kill of the two heads on Trinix.
Yeah, I mean, overall, I will say that was a very impressive Master Sword Trinex for P-Train.
Yep.
That is so much better than I've seen some other people and myself in the past. That was impressive.
And now it's time for everyone's favorite game. Where is the big chest in GT? Get your guesses in the chat.
I see you automatically going for the 22 there. I raise you with a 1. I will say personally, my vote is invalid. I do not care whether or not I win. Anybody else could say 1, and you are perfectly fine. But we are going off of our very first person entering GT, which should be P-Train here. Or P-Train?
Yep.
Can
and
I...
Also, no problem, Jinx.
Yep, our Jinxie girl is having some slight problems with their software, so giving them a partial break. And here we are into Ganon's Tower, starting off left side.
Well, there is a key on the first check, but it's not the one that we betted on.
Well, correct. However, a small key is kind of nice to have.
Yeah, especially as you need at least 2 to get through the upper floors.
Some of our players in the past, those are silver
there's
arrows, a
That's
fire shield.
That's a very nice find. Silver's, like, never gonna say no to silvers.
I said it a couple days ago. I am a sucker for silvers Ganon. Like, I do not do Ganon without silvers. So
I have done silverless Ganon so much lately that number 5 was the check. It looks like QB777 was the closest without going over.
I was gonna say, was that 7? Because it was 1 on Torch, 4 in Stalfos, and then which one in that was that in Hope Room? Was that 6 or 7?
Yep, I'm sorry. It's Chair OP, that one. I'm sorry.
I was gonna say I thought it was 7, not okay. Yep, that's fine.
Yeah, I know. I'm sorry. Like, I miscounted it. Like, it made sense in my head.
I only had to think about it slightly. That is completely okay. Again, said winner is for nothing other than bragging rights.
It looks like we're gonna have a Master Sword Silvers Ganon though today.
Yeah, I will just say it kind of relatively. I don't think necessarily that P-Train found the exact God route, but I think he found something pretty close. His route has been pretty phenomenal. We're at currently 1 hour 17 minutes in, and he is in the Gauntlet Climb in Ganon's Tower. Like, this is very good.
Yep. This is literally at this point his race to lose.
Right, like Silver's Lamel 2, like this is as good as you could hope it could be. You know, nearly full magic 4 hearts, which that's, you know, not much to say about, but he can obviously do Wizrobes 1, goes back for the full magic refill.
Well, there's also places on our way up that he can get fairies too. And Signums is going into TR right now. Lana, go check Bottle Vendor. Lana.
I think Lana's taken maybe potentially a mental break, eye break, something. Cannot blame her. Sometimes if you get potentially a little bit overwhelmed, you just gotta take a small break. Tempered Sword for P-Train. That is what we want to see.
Yep, that means Ganon just became a lot quicker.
Ganon just became so much quicker.
Yeah, there's a huge difference between Tempered Ganon and Master Sword Ganon.
Well, I'm impressed he actually fought Moldorm too. I didn't think in his mind that he would be behind potentially. I mean, this is just obviously a daily race, but I was surprised he didn't hover it because I know he can do that just easily. But it's
go to three.
Maybe this is just P-Train's confidence. Also, Late Pit finishing his Trinex fight. And so that is his 7th crystal. He will be moving towards GT after this.
Go to 3. And P-Train just finished Aga in 3 cycle. 3, you look so much different. Did you lose weight?
What if we go, it was 3-2-3. Well, it would be 3-2-1, but yeah, either way, like P-Train's Aghanim 2 fight was beautiful.
I think Lana just forfeited.
Yep. All right, into phase 3 on Ganon. On P-Train's side.
Yep. Let's face it, once you get out of phase 1, Ganon's fight is over.
Late Pit just grabbed his silvers and fire shield. Another small key.
Yeah, I know. I agree. Like, she was doing so well, and then that happened. Oh, he didn't get the torch glitch off. But P-Train will be finishing the seed at 1:21:26.
Yes. Yep. So yeah, get your GGs in chat for P-Train. He is actually our 2nd place finisher. Because the 1st place finisher was not featured in our stream here today. Our 1st place finisher was Vortex of Doom. With a race time of 1:19:37, just 2 minutes earlier.
Yep. And our 3rd place finisher is RD Walsh V, and he finished 4 seconds behind P-Train.
Wow, that's almost a the next match kind of levels. Within 3 seconds is a rematch.
Yep.
Yep. So I expect within the future that we will be rejoined. Okay, so we are joined here now by Lana Bean and P-Train.
Hey guys.
GG's guys.
Good GG there. Sorry about that, Lana.
So I goofed.
Do you want to know where the fire rod was?
Sure.
It was on Bottle Vendor.
Oh my gosh, I didn't have the money my first time there.
Did you mark it off or like on a tracker, or did you just neglect it?
I don't have a tracker. I just do things in my head, minus my physical track.
Okay, so then I guess from what we were questioning whether or not you had a tracker and neglected it, or whether or not, like you tracked it and didn't actually do it, or if you just forgot about it. Because we knew, like, we saw it, but we were just like, we think she's gonna go back for it. Like, there's no way she's not gonna go back for it.
Yeah.
I goofed.
Revenant here can tell you I was the guy saying go to 3. Go to 3. But
I mean, I can't blame you though. I've done the same thing.
Even if I did that, I forgot I had flippers. I found my tracker. I look at him going, what have I missed? Oh my gosh, swamp. Nope, not it.
also, good job there, E-Train, for finishing at the time you did.
Appreciate it.
So what did you guys think of like finding the Titan's mitts on Spike Cave?
So for me, I was really dreading things because I thought it was going to be back of escape. So Spike Cave was actually a relief for me.
I forgot Spike Cave and I forgot Bottle Vendor. Oh my gosh.
Lana, everybody makes that mistake at least once. Don't be beating yourself up on it.
Oh, I love it. That's amazing. All right, I'll take it. It's fine.
Gonna say, you see, Lyra kept saying, bottle vendor, Spike, fire rod. And I was sitting here thinking to myself for quite some time, I was like, Spike Cave. And then P-Train did it, and it resulted in such a progression. And it was just surprising, because it almost seemed like at the time, from what we knew, it was a last location scenario.
I don't know. I occasionally forget about Spike Cave. I'll give it that. But Bottle Vendor, oh my gosh. And Flipper, so I forgot 3 things. 3 darn things. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, it was still fun to watch this race, though. Like, everybody who participated in this race, they did an excellent job.
Yeah, I mean, outside of P-Train, we've had a couple other finishers. Yeah, especially the people that we watch stream. You guys actually did a fantastic job at the start. We essentially had 3 different starts. 2 of you, I believe, went towards Uncle. 1 of you went towards Dam, and the other one went into Sanctuary. So we had an immediate divergence, and it was really incredible to watch because you guys all grabbed relative progression items really quickly.
I thought the first 15 minutes of my routing were pretty decent, and then it kind of went downhill with Aga, and then not Aga, then Aga. And then forgetting I don't have a lamp, and then Aga, and then 3 trips to Eastern.
I do actually think that we did note that in terms of your progression, the way that you moved. I will say, I believe between the 4 of the people that we watched, I think you were the last one to go towards Aga, but you did take a slightly different route going into Dark World as well, which resulted in additional progression, but slightly halted your progress because it wasn't what you wanted.
Late Bit just finished with a time of 1 hour, 27 minutes, and 23 seconds.
At least I know it was 100% Aga required, so at least there's that.
For once, actually, yeah, we did actually call it pretty early on. We were watching the way the items went, and it was really nice to see how it developed. At least Nero and I were very excited to see how it developed into an Aga seed, at least.
Yeah, I will never wish a pedestal Aga seed on anyone, though. Not after last time. Let's just put it that way. But the chat was trying to find ways to for it to be both of them for you guys.
Also, yes, as a small car, Ravis finishing fourth with a 1 hour 23:47 seconds. Felice finishing fifth place, 1 hour 1 hour 26 minutes. Late Bit finishing 1 hour 27 minutes, and Zeruvian finishing 1 hour 28 minutes. So within nearly 7 minutes, we've had essentially 5 other people finish. So that's quite impressive. And we are now joined, I believe, by Late Bit, who just joined.
Indeed.
So yeah, GG's Late Bit. Congratulations on your finish.
GG's. I've got some regrets about those late game decisions, but I'll take sixth.
I mean, yeah, this was an interesting seed. It had some really early progression. It had a slow down, and then it had a speed up, and then it had a slow down, and then it was just the finish.
Yeah, anytime it's Mitts go for me, I'm just kind of scratching my head for a little bit because that's so unusual for me. So there was definitely some brain cramps there at the end, trying to figure out where they were, and then I backed out of my commitment to skip left side swamp, and that cost me another few minutes. But what are you gonna do? Fun seed though.
Yeah, I mean, overall, it was not that bad. For an open weekly, and the earliest example that I can point out is P-Train finishing in 1 hour 21 minutes. Like that's pretty good for an open seed.
Yeah, it really is. GG's P train on that.
Appreciate it. Yeah, I 100% last located Mitts.
I didn't locate him. You're one up on me.
Oof.
Fire rod, mitts, didn't realize. I forgot that I had flippers. Yeah, I had issues. And, yeah, all that stuff.
I was very pleasantly surprised with Tempered Sword at top of GT. That was very nice. I was prepared to do Master Sword Silvers, but yeah, I was very happy to see that Tempered Sword. Like I can do Master Sword, but it's just Tempered's just so much faster.
Yeah, we did.
Like Master
We
Sword's
did
more of an
notice
endurance
that.
test than anything.
I do remember just like referencing, like you got the temperature, and I was like, oh wow, look at P-Train actually, completed more Dorm 2. I was like, it didn't hover, and I was surprised. And I was wondering if, for example, P-Train, did you feel potentially behind because of your item discoveries?
Well, again, like Spike Cave was a good thing for me because I rushed Swamp. It didn't occur to me leaving Pod that I was actually just like probably one item from Go mode. So I rushed Swamp, full cleared it, including left side and going back for the big chest. Then I did, all of Skullwoods. I did all of North Dark World. So I was like, oh, well, it's in the back of Escape and I've lost. So when I found out it wasn't back of Escape and it actually was Spike Cave, I was like, well, who's going to rush Spike Cave? And even if you do, quote unquote, rush Spike Cave, at what point do you do it? Because you probably still do Skullwoods and Thieves Town at least before you go to Spike Cave. And going to Spike Cave before Swamp it's a choice, but I don't feel like it's one that people commonly make. So yeah, I mean, I felt pretty good about things being in Spike. I felt like I was probably behind some people, but I certainly didn't feel like I was behind the pack, so to speak.
Okay, that's absolutely a fair assessment. I also say that Signum's just finished the Aghanim 2 fight. It was a very impressive patterns there. Now into the Ganon fight on phase 1, phase 2. But yeah, this seed had some very interesting progression, to say the least.
Yeah, it was very unfortunate that I rushed Hera as early as I did because that orphan Spike Cave very, very hard, and then I made a slight miscalculation on my health inside Spike Cave and died, so I had to do it twice.
I feel like it's very hard not to orphan Spike Cave in this match. Like, I don't see, personally, I don't see when you do it, outside of a last location. Unless you just like, oh, let me check Spike Cave in the hopes I can go mode swamp. Like, for me, that's the best time to check Spike, as opposed to last locating it.
Yeah, just a really rough location for go mode mitts.
I think that was relatively what we were just kind of thinking in general. Also, Signum's not getting the torch glitch here for the Ganon fight. It was just kind of a weird situation that we were looking at particular things that you guys were going to do, and well, quite frankly, all of you took extremely different routes, and then because of that, had very different finishing routes. So you guys did a lot of things that were different in pattern, which resulted in different dungeon completions. But relatively, also Signum's just now finished up their Ganon fight. And we'll be crossing the bridge at approximately 134.52. I cannot do math. I was exactly correct somehow. Signum was with an official race time of 134.52. But yeah, like, there was some interesting skips between all of you, and there was some interesting exact decisions of something that resulted in your success.
Or failures.
Failures are only opportunities to learn. And as somebody who can not do a lot of the things that all of you have done tonight, I cannot say much of anything. So, all of you are winners in my books. All of you are fantastic runners. I've seen all of you in previous content in the last several years. You all put on a fantastic race. And we should be soon potentially joined by Signums in the chat as well. And we welcome Signums here. GG.
Yep, thanks. I'm on there? Yeah.
Yep, we can hear you.
Okay.
All right, so GG's. What thoughts have you had on this race?
That wasn't too bad, other than getting stuck looking through the mitts. That was pretty straightforward, really. Well, maybe. I don't. It's hard to remember all of it.
Yeah, I mean, this was a very interesting seed. P-Train was, I believe, her second place finisher. Yes. He found a pretty good route through the seed, which was interesting for our point of view because he did a lot of things that were not necessarily intuitive at the exact moment until we thought about it. But one of the other things too is how did you feel about your early routing through the seed?
Seemed alright. I mean, I went a little bit out of the usual maybe, but I mean, it ended up working out okay for me, so. Or it felt like it was okay.
Because we had 3 different routes at the start. We had one person who started at Sanctuary, one person who started Link's house went south towards Dam, and then 2 people who started Link's house went towards Uncle. So, I mean, you guys didn't necessarily finish any that far apart from each other. So, does that have any influence on you? I guess.
I mean, I guess I could have, you know, the gloves being in Spike Cave. You know, that I suppose I could have went up there earlier and it would have helped out a lot, but that seemed like the lowest percentage play at the time, so that ended up being a last check, I think. But other than that, I didn't feel too bad about anything else I was doing there.
I was gonna say, if anybody else can remind me, where did we find Cape?
Cape was pretty early because we had to do because Aga was forced.
I was gonna say it was before Aga. No runner, at least in the stream, found Blue Cane. So Spike Cave was, I guess, relatively early on between Mallet Mirror and Cape. And I believe, at least with P-Train, I believe he said himself that he last located essentially Titan's myths. So I guess you can't feel too bad about that. But like, I probably would have done the same thing. Why would I check Spike Cave with everything else that I've had?
Yeah, it was the last location for me too. He probably just got there 10 minutes quicker than me.
Oh, right. According to Lady Lauren Linda, Cape was that mushroom spot. Yeah, that was immediately. All of you found that.
Last locationing efficiently is what I call it.
I guess that's one way to put it.
But thank y'all. I'm going to duck out here. I appreciate the restream and the chat, and thank you, everybody. Tracking, restreaming, all the setup. Thank you all very much. Hope you have a good afternoon.
Yeah, if everyone else wants to give a final GG and farewell to Lana Bean as she heads out. She did a fantastic job. Regardless of what you might think, she did wonderful. Yeah, this was certainly an interesting seed. Like, it had a lot of routes to be particularly fast, I guess. But it was certainly a seed that had a lot of opportunities to provide execution to be the highway to success.
Yeah, I'm just curious, did anybody else stop and grab that extra sword? Or was it just me?
Between you, P-Train, and Late Bit, all 3 of you finished on a tempered sword. At least looking at the trackers. All 3 of you finished on a tempered. So, and all 3 of you finished with silvers as well. So tempered silvers being Genfight, that's a luxury for you guys.
Well, nobody wants to do Master Sword with no silvers.
I mean, you're correct, yes. However,
getting them both at the in GT is kind of sucks. I'd rather have one or the other at least going in. Preferably a better sword for me. I'd rather do silverless with a tempered than silvers and master sword.
so you'd rather do a tempered silverless?
Yeah.
Essentially a hard mode pool?
Yeah, that feels a lot easier than doing it with master sword.
Yeah, you just get those 12 spins on phase 4.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think for most players, that's the go-to if they're gonna do a, I guess, quote-unquote, hard mode Ganon fight. You just want to go for the silver's less tempered fight. Butter doesn't obviously mean much of anything. And by much of anything, it, well, doesn't mean anything.
Yep.
But you guys did get the convenience of getting the silvers and the C's, so that was really nice.
Yep. Well, thanks everybody for the restream, and hope everybody enjoyed watching. I got to go out and finish fixing my car.
So, if anybody and everybody wants to give their final appreciations and subscriptions and follows to our participators, racers tonight, P-Train, Late Bit, Lana Bean, and Signums, we'll be finishing our stream. We're also joined by our trackers, Jinxie Girl and Lady Laura Linda. I was also joined tonight by Leon Lightshine, and I am Alex Salitz. Please go follow all of my fellow commentators, trackers, and the restreamers of tonight, as well as follow all the speed gaming channels for the future of the ALTTPR streams, the Metroid streams, the randomizer streams, the Mega Man randomizer streams, all of those. All the people who are involved are very wonderful people. Please go follow them. And with that, I think we are following up on a finale of everything tonight, unless any of our runners want to give a final shout out. I will take their silence as a final goodbye, and all of them will wish you all a good night, good morning, good day, good afternoon, and I hope you all have a wonderful time.